Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. Let's do 20 questions around the clock with this man.
Double 16 for the match, and to knock out Michael Van Gerwen. Scott Williams has just produced the greatest performance of his life.
Shaggy, how the hell are we?
Absolutely fantastic, H. How are you?
I am absolutely fantastic.
what we
We've
like
waited
to
a long
hear.
time for this to happen. Hopefully we'll end today as best friends.
BFFs.
Number one, please, Shaggy. Why do you support Newcastle?
So in '95, when Shearer moved from Blackburn to Newcastle, was around the stage when I was massive on football. My parents, or my dad and my brother, were Chelsea fans, and they tried to make me support Chelsea, and I refused point blank, just because Shearer moved. So I've supported them ever since then.
Do you regret not supporting Chelsea with all of the glory that they've had in the last 20 odd years or so?
Zero. No regrets.
Have you met Shearer?
I've not.
What would it mean if you did? Like, what would it mean to you?
I'll probably do a little wee.
Yeah?
Yeah, probably a little one, just because I'm excited. But I'm not one for celebrity people, because I'm one myself now, aren't I? So I'm used to it.
I mean, what category would you put yourself in a sense of celebrity? Because it's not A. I think E is. It's not fair.
We'll take E. We'll take E.
You will go into another stratosphere of celebrity with number two. I mean, what's stopping you from winning a major? Because you are, I mean, Hollywood is Chris Dobie, but you play so many Hollywood exhibition shots.
Yeah.
What's stopping you from lifting one of those big boys?
I think something like that. I think I need my floor game to be a bit better. I think the more confidence I get on the floor on the European tour, and the more experience I get on there, I think then there's something coming from that. But I just think TV is my forte. It's what I love. Sometimes you just come across as a better player, and it's as simple as that.
Is it quite, what's the word? So when you're playing on the floor, obviously we watch it on PDC TV, and if you're there, is it a bit samey in a sense that you're sort of trapped in this?
It's mundane, it's boring, there's no atmosphere. You know, you can hear a pin drop or a chair squeak or anything from the other side of the room, so you can be on, no matter what you're doing, you can hear every little chatter and what's talking and all the talking going on. So that's what really puts me off the floor stuff, just because it's so quiet and so professional. Maybe it's too professional, and I just don't enjoy it. As a professional, I want noise and booing and cheering,
Whistling,
swearing,
the lot. The last movie you cried over?
I couldn't even tell you the last time I cried. Not even for real life stuff. Just obviously I'm hard as nails, so.
You are hard.
I am. Thank you.
Yeah. Who do you reckon is the hardest darts player on the circuit?
Oh, that's a good question. If you got like darts player like generic, not talk hard, or do you got to look like someone like Boris Kritschmar?
Oh yeah.
Just as a general hardness, I think Rob Cross would be surprisingly hard.
I think so as well.
Gezi obviously knows what he's doing. He's probably technically good at fighting. Rob's just probably like a little scratter. He's slapping handbags about, and if you needed just a general scrap. And then just a couple of the big Dutch lads. They're just monsters, aren't they?
Well, you've seen, like, I always go on about the size of MVG's hands.
Absolute shovels.
They're ridiculous.
Just all of the Dutch lads, especially like people like Danny Van Tripe, and you got some of the newer ones that are coming in, whatever. But all the hands just seem to be like 50% bigger than mine, and I've not got small hands.
Is Daryl Gurney hard?
Daryl Gurney is. I don't think so. No, I think he's an absolute wet wipe.
Love you, Daryl.
Love you, Daryl.
Have you ever farted on the oche? I know James Wade does it quite a lot.
I think so, yeah. Not to the same what James Wade has done.
Yeah.
Josh Rock did it a few weeks ago.
Yeah. That
was a sneaky one. They both stopped and started laughing. He was playing Rob as well, so that made it a bit worse. But James is a crafty one, but he's not really subtle about it, is he?
What was your job outside of darts?
I used to work in a warehouse. I used to work in a label company called Caveras. They do labels and stuff for Coke bottles and Tesco's packaging and stuff like that. And then, so I worked there in the warehouse, lugging big reels of material around as a raw material operative, forklift driving, general busybody, and did that for 5 or 6 years. Got kind of halfway through me starting playing darts in 2017, and packed up there to experience darts at a high level.
So you started playing darts in 2017?
Yeah.
That's mental.
Yeah, properly. I've played in a team here and there, like a game every 6 months or something, just to help my dad's team out or something. But to actually take it seriously in a game that I'm enjoying, like 2017 was when I first started after my son was born.
We're playing in this pub right now. It's where Cam Crabtree came up, and Cam Crabtree started playing darts during COVID.
Yeah.
And now he's got.
There's a few of them. The Jules Van Dongen was the same.
Yeah.
He started playing in COVID, and then as soon the first Q school after COVID, Jules got his tour card.
It's absolutely crazy. How do you get on with German crowds these days? Obviously, the finger went up in Munich when you were getting a bit of abuse by the crowd. I mean, this is quite a multi question. How did you get on with the German crowds? What was the fine like for when you did that?
The crowds are weird because a lot of them are okay. I think it depends on who I play. If I'm playing another German, there's no chance I'm getting anyone on my side. If I'm playing someone from a country that they're probably not fond of, then I might get a few. But I did an exhibition at the beginning of the year in Germany, and I flipped the crowd off afterwards as well because they were booing me. Just I don't care. I'm not bothered about them at all. But yeah, I think when I was at talkSPORT last to see Goldstein and Benty, I literally got my fine then when I was there, and it was £1,000. £1,000 for that finger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 250 for 2 fingers at Luke Humphries a couple of years ago at the Grand Slam.
Yeah.
So I don't see the justice in that, but it's fine.
Have you ever been fined by like not being aware that you've done something, but you've been fined by it?
So them double fingers behind Luke Humphries at the Grand Slam. It was just a complete accident. I didn't even think about it. It was just like a gesture, like a joke kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I didn't even think about it. And then on the taxi on the way home, I had a phone call. Like, what the you done? I was like, I have no idea. And then there's videos on YouTube going everywhere with me chucking the old fingers off. And I'm like, oh, that's not great. $250 for that. And then I got $250 for saying the F word on Sky Sports.
Game is gone.
Gone.
The no-look 180 in the Worlds, obviously it's magical. You're showing off.
Don't do that.
I mean...
That's not me.
That's not
you know
me.
it's not. You know it's not me. That's just not me.
And like I've already said, it's about the sort of exhibition shots that you do. That's why we love you so much. If there was another sports person or athlete you could compare yourself to, who would you say
other than
it is?
LeBron James?
Other than
yeah, of course.
LeBron.
Probably Eddie the Eagle. Just because he should never have got to where he got. Right.
Yeah,
and I'm the same. No, just a random council house kid who just got good at this pub game because I love beers. And look at me now.
You've got quality there.
Yeah, but it's kind of, it's not a persona. I'm actually mental, but like when I'm on TV and when I do stuff on TV or go to exhibitions and do stuff, like you get to see a bit more of a real me just because I enjoy it that much. I absolutely love the stage. I love people. Because I'm a working class person, so they've paid their money to go there, see some entertainment, and I want to entertain.
Yeah.
By keeping my clothes on and chucking some decent darts.
What's happening here?
I tell you what, that was when I think me and Josh played each other in the Grand Slam, first or second game, and it ended up going 5-4. And me and Josh had just recently become good friends at that point. So yeah, I went to give him a kiss on the cheek at the same time he's gone to give me a kiss on the cheek, and we've kind of kissed like just above the lips here in the moustache area. So we did not quite tongues weren't involved, so we were close, but not quite. But we were just excited about what happened. He took out 145 in the first leg as well, which I nearly smacked him for, but and then he should have lost against Luke Humphries for me to qualify and him not to qualify, but then he didn't, so I had to go home, and that's probably the last time I cried.
Sunnyberry67 asks, why are you called Shaggy?
It's a great question. And there's nothing to it, really. It was a work nickname when I was 18. I worked in a food delivery service place in a warehouse. I had nothing special. I was just skinny. I was skinny back then, like a size 0, skinny, tall, little beard because it was just coming through properly, a bit of scraggly hair and stuff like that. And a couple of them in the first couple of days just started calling me Shaggy, and then that's it. It just stuck, and now it's not my actual darts nickname. It's my actual nickname.
Yeah.
But everyone back home knows me as Shaggy, Shagster,
Yeah.
Shagmeister, Shag Nasty.
Yeah.
You know, they keep going on.
World Championship semi-final in 2024.
Yeah.
The big loss to Luke Humphries. Did that affect you anyway, like mentally? Because obviously you're such a carefree man. Did that impact you in any way, shape,
No,
or
not
form?
at all. No, I think it was one of them things where that World Championship, the way the draw could have gone for me, I think Luke, to be fair to him, he'll probably agree, he was lucky to be there. He should have and could have lost to Ricardo. He should have and could have lost to Joe Cullen.
Yeah.
Should have and could have lost to Chizzy as well. So, and the way I was playing, I'd have beat all the other 3. So, I mean, whether it's fate or not, I don't know. But I was just happy to win my first couple of games because I knew I had a tough few games to get into it. Lucky where Danny Noppert hadn't played for a month or 2 because he had a baby. Going against a not so great MVG in the quarterfinals, but again, it doesn't matter who it is. I've got to play against them. But 6-0 doesn't really tell you the score line. He had the highest average of the tournament. Yeah. He had his highest average on TV at the time. I think he hit 8 or 9 ton plus checkouts. 5 of them whilst I was sat on the double for either a set or a leg that would made it 2-2. I think 4 of the 6 sets went to 2-2 and he won 3-2. So to me, that sounds like a half-decent game. It just looks a bit worse because of the set play.
You represented England at the WDF Euro Cup in 2022, winning 3 gold medals. I mean, England absolutely cleaned up that year.
Yeah.
Luke Littler was playing. Bo Greaves was also playing as well. Could you see her climbing right to the top of the PDC? Because I think she's absolutely phenomenal, Bo.
Yeah, Bo is different in every sense of the darts world, isn't she? She's unbelievable. But until she believes it, she's not got a chance in hell. And that's the mental side of the game. She's still kind of not quite sure whether she wants to play against men professionally or she wants to carry on playing against the women's game. She knows the men's game makes her better. She had a game against Josh Rocker a few months ago on the Pro Tour where it went all the way to 5-all, and then I think she went out in 11 in the last leg, and they both literally sat on 70, some at 78, 74 at the same time. And that just shows how good of a player she is if she wants it. But until she wants it, we'll find out next year because I think she's going to be getting a tour card from the development tour, even though she's not really been playing it. She's the best female player in the world.
Yeah.
She's probably one of the best players in the world on her day as well. So she's just got to give herself the confidence and the want to do it, and I think she'll be absolutely fine.
What's the most bizarre way a player has tried to get inside your head before a game?
I don't care what someone else does. It doesn't try and doesn't work for me. There was one a couple of years ago that confused me a little bit, and it was Nico Springer. I played him in a place called Sindelfingen in Germany, in the Euro Tour, and he turned up an hour before the game. He literally turned up at the cut-off, didn't hardly practice and stuff like that. So I was like, maybe he thinks he's going to beat. He beat me the time before. Maybe he thinks he's going to beat me. And in front of a German crowd, I'd already been a bit of a sausage prior to the Germans anyway. So I was like, maybe he just thinks it's going to be easy. I don't know. I'm not saying that's completely 100%, but in my head at the time, that's what I thought. And it didn't work because I smashed him.
What makes the Target Dart stable so special? And are you playing with the Gen 1s or the Gen 2s right
Gen
now?
2s, there's a little bit of a modification to it compared to what you can buy at the minute because I'm just testing a few bits out. But Target, for the 3, 4 year, 5 years I've been with them, there's never a question that they won't answer for me. If I want something, need something, if I'm desperately need it the next day, if I needed it yesterday, they'll do their best to get it as best. And they've always been so kind to me. And just having such a good team in general, where even with Luke Littler coming in, he's been with the team for as long as I have, probably
Yeah.
longer. But he's always been the quiet 13, 14-year-old lad, and even now as an 18-year-old kid, one of the best players in the world, he's still quiet and he's still a good laugh, and he's not taken that upon himself to show that he's any different, and that's what everyone in the team's like. It's like no one is better than the other person, and that's also how Target treat us. Not if I want something the same as Luke, I get it the same as Luke. If even some of the elite ones and the guys and girls down lower that are coming through the ranks, if they need something, they want something, all they have to do is ask, and they get treated exactly the same as we do. I never have to worry about a single thing when I'm playing, ever. I've got points, I've got darts, I've always got my K-Flex, I've always got a case and my shirts, and as soon as I need anything, I've got it. So I'm really lucky in that aspect, and Target from 2022 when I signed with them in February have been phenomenal. Yeah.
Lucas 95s has asked, what are your ambitions for the next couple of years? Is it top 16 with a look to potentially Premier League? Does the Premier League bother you or not?
Nah, don't bother me. Premier League's a great thing if you can get it, and if you're not used to it and you want to experience it. Because I think Josh might get it this year. It'd be really great to see Josh get it, next year, sorry, and see how he fares with it, with also having a family, a young family. The amount of travelling, I've seen it firsthand from Rob, being really close to Rob, seeing how he has to travel. You go into events Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you've got to travel straight on the Wednesday, go to wherever you're playing on the Thursday to play, and then you've probably got a European tour at the weekend, so you go on travelling on the Friday to play Saturday. You're doing that for 3 weeks in a row. You're not at home, you're travelling, you're spending half your life in a suitcase. So, but I think the ambitions for me personally, I think is I've got to try and find something on the floor that works for me. And get my floor game better, qualify for some more European events, and then go from there. I think as long as I can be okay on the floor, I'll always get in the World Championship, I'll always get in the Players' Championship finals. And as long as I keep doing that, I'll be comfortable. But I think if I need to find that next level, it's being better on the floor.
I Evans wants to know, what's your best sort of like pre-match meal, Scran? Or you can adapt this, because if you haven't got one, you could almost ask, are you like superstitious? Do you have to eat one thing before going on stage?
So no. So when it comes to Pro Tours, because they start at 11 o'clock in the morning, I like to be there nice and early. I won't eat in the morning. I don't want to feel bloated. I don't want to feel like I've got some, I don't want to have a bad belly or anything like that. So I won't eat in the morning when it comes to Pro Tours. When it comes to TV events and stuff like that, depending on the time, if I'm playing in the evening, probably going to be having a Nando's, like everyone else.
Yeah.
Good protein. You know what you're getting. They're all the same, and it all tastes the same. So I think and then Nando's a chicken, and sometimes a cheeky little ribeye, maybe. Yeah, a ribeye. I do love a fillet, but it all depends on what time of day you're playing and the other formats and stuff, and how you're feeling. My
Chemical Romance, I'm Okay, walkout song. It's a brilliant tune.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're on a bit of a comeback right now.
I've got tickets.
Have you?
I've got tickets for them next year, yeah.
Are you a bit of an emo? Were you an emo back in the day?
Massively. More towards the goth than the emo, to be fair. Yeah, I had a stage when I was like 13, 14, 15, where I loved the old baggy jeans. I had a chain with a wallet on and band t-shirt and stuff like that. So much now, I still listen to all the exact same music. Yeah. My Chemical Romance, I absolutely love MCR. I'm massive into Falling in Reverse at the minute. Any kind of metalcore, heavy metal, death metal, anything crazy. But then also, I'm quite liking the new K-pop stuff.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, from the Demon Hunter series on Netflix, the K-pop Golden. I love that song. That's awesome. Right,
I've done a little Snog, Marry, Avoid target darts players.
Okay.
I'm going to give you Adrian Lewis, Gabriel Clements, and John O'Shea.
This is horrible. That's the worst list you could have picked. I'll marry AD.
Oh, he's lovely, isn't he, AD?
I'll snog John, because I probably have anyway already.
Yeah.
And I'll avoid Gabriel, and there's nothing obviously against Gabriel, I like Gabriel, but he's I've had a lot more to do with the other two anyway. A load of time of exhibitions with Gabriel, and John's one of my really close friends, so it just makes sense to pucker up and give him one on the lips, right?
some people probably see you as quite a Marmite character, like love you,
Absolutely,
hate you.
yeah.
That doesn't bother you, does it?
Not really. No, actually, I like it. I like people who don't like me. I like it. I like when people like me. It's really nice. I get loads of stuff on social media, loads of messages. When I do these exhibitions and when I go away and do tournaments, like, I get so many people that like me, and they always bring up a certain game that I've played, usually the MVG game. And then I get abusive messages from people on social media as well. It's one of the reasons I've come off Twitter after the comment I made about the world wars and stuff. I got abused, and it was just stuff that I was like going, I don't need this, don't deserve it, and it's just a lot of it's just childish anyway. So I come off that, but people have still got their own opinions. I don't care. This is still my job. They're probably still getting up at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning to go and rake some gardens and stuff like that. And as much as I don't have anything against anyone that has a job, mine's nicer than yours.
Paul Crotty has said, how do you deal with pressure ahead of a big tournament? Is there anything that you do
nothing
specifically?
Really. No, it's everyone. Again, it's one of the things that everyone does, but I don't really do anything any different. Big tournaments when it comes to like World Championships, I usually it depends. I'm usually in London 3, 4, 5 days before. We've got a couple of pubs around where we stay, around the Wembley area, that we go to for a practice. I'm usually sharing with Josh Rock and there, so we literally would sit and watch the darts. We'll play the PlayStation. We'll have a practice. We'll just have a normal day as a couple of lads sharing in a house together, and then I would turn up on the evening or the afternoon and get the job done, or hope to get the job done anyway.
Is there a case of sort of like players can over prepare for games like?
I think so.
Some people need to get themselves going. I remember Luke Woodhouse saying recently he needs an hour to get his arm going. I mean, some people are training for about 8 hours a day, which could be a bit excessive.
I don't believe that at all. You don't need 8 hours at all. In any situation where you're practicing, you don't need 8 hours. What you need is a practice scenario that works for you, also a practice scenario that's lifelike, like you're actually playing in a game where you're practicing stuff that you're actually doing in a game. So that's more important. But I'm the same as Luke in the Woodhouse in the fact that I like to be at the venue 2 or 3 hours prior to when I'm playing. I like to have half hour just relaxing while I'm in there, just chucking at nothing, and then I'll start my preparation properly and the practice games and stuff that I do, and whatever else I'll do to lead up to that. But a lot of the time it's just sat around talking and just chucking and having a few practice games with whoever's in there that I can grab.
Obviously, you've got a few Batman-inspired tattoos. You've got the old bat signal there and the Batman logo. The Joker, Heath Ledger's Joker.
Yeah, Heath Ledger's Joker and Tom Hardy's Bane.
You've got Tom Hardy's. Oh, so you are like a proper Batman super fan.
Yeah,
so
I love it, yeah.
People in the comment section will probably debate this as well. I imagine everyone in this room has their opinion. Yeah. Who is your Batman?
My Batman is probably Michael Keaton.
That's such a good choice, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was the Batman that I absolutely idolised, like watching. It was one of my favourite films growing up. George Clooney was okay, but George Clooney.
Was that Batman versus Robin? Batman and Robin, or was that Val Kilmer?
That was. So the problem is all the names are very similar. It's hard to try and figure out which one's which.
You had the one with Poison Ivy. It was Uma Thurman, didn't you?
Yeah, Poison Ivy and Arnold Schwarzenegger. And
what was it? What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. Mr. Freeze is the most ridiculous character ever.
He is, and there's worse. There's worse in the MCU and the DCU as well.
Yeah.
So glad to get them. But yeah, but Christian Bale was so good at The Dark Knight. It's iconic, I think, especially with Heath Ledger as well. Probably one of the best characters he ever played before he obviously deceased.
Yeah.
And I love it so much, but there's so many good characters that's why I'm doing that. It will carry on. This is going to be villains. Scarecrow and Cillian Murphy will be up in there soon. Then this is going to be covered by Christian Bale's Batman, and then Joseph Gordon-Levitt's going to be on there. Anne Hathaway when she's sat on the bike before she blows up the tunnel, just because it's a nice photo. will be up there as well. So yeah, I've already got it all planned out.
Shaggy, I want to thank you so much for going around the
Thank you for
podcast.
having me, man.
Appreciate it massively.
A big thanks to Nolan's and Sean Nolan for letting us shoot at the legendary pub in South London. Plenty more content coming very soon from this amazing darts venue.